Leaders choose their words thoughtfully. If you're going to lead and you're going to lead well, you need to think about the words that you use and how you communicate. Sometimes it's just the simple things like not using inflammatory language. My wife has her master's in counseling and did her undergrad in biblical counseling, and she sometimes when we are arguing, she'll use the words always and never. And early in our marriage, I would say, babe, you went through counseling. You know that you shouldn't be using always and never when we get in a discussion. And last night we were having a discussion, and she again used the word always. And I was like, babe, don't use that word. And I know that I have done the same thing at times. On the other hand, a lot of times as leaders, we need to communicate ideas powerfully, and just the right word can make a huge difference. There's phrases from history that probably ring in all of our minds. If I start the phrase, I have a dream, comes to mind, or the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. And sometimes leaders are able to encapsulate in just a few words or a sentence or a phrase or a word an idea that communicates something much bigger and much more profound and much more exact, maybe much more inspiring, that causes people to life change. One of the things that I've been talking about recently, a message, past couple years that I've shared a few times, is the idea of soaking yourself in the Word of God. And just the idea of, we want our minds to be saturated with the Word of God, not just read it here or read it there. And that's a phrase that connects, and people would tell me later, yeah, that God has used that in my life. I've been soaking my mind in the Word of God. And a lot of times as leaders, we need to think carefully through the words that we're using to communicate the ideas that God has us to communicate with others, because words matter.